The Houston Rockets look to try to stay alive in Game 5 of their Western Conference series against the Clippers on Tuesday. And here to discuss it with us and share his picks is our expert handicapper, Dave Golikoff. Now, Dave, this Clippers team is looking really dangerous right now. I mean, in Game 1, they come out and beat up on the Rockets without Chris Paul. They take Game 3 on the back of Austin Rivers. And last night, the most unlikely of things propelled them to a win. A failed hack-a-shack on DeAndre Jordan, who took an insane 34 free throws last night, of which he made 14. And I'm feeling really good about the Clippers' chance to get it done on Tuesday night, Dave. What do they need to do to get to the conference finals tomorrow night?
For the Clippers to get the job done in game number 5, they just need to play as they have throughout this entire series. Remember, they've led by at least 13 in the second half in every single game. They've been fantastic throughout. Had they not had a little bit of a letdown in game number 2 in the fourth quarter, then this series could already be done. That's a scary thought because remember, they got a split nearly won game 2 in Houston without Chris Paul. Things have gone, in severely different directions since then as the Clippers continue to ascend. The Rockets continue to descend. So if the Clippers come out with the same type of effort and focus, this thing is probably over in game number 5.
Now, the Rockets are just getting outplayed, plain and simple, and not just by a little bit. They're really getting run out of the gym in this series. Houston has been losing really big by the average of 24 points. It's insane. I mean, they should be competing a lot more than this, Dave. What's up with them, and how can they get back into this series?
Well, for the Rockets, a lot of things need to change. The defense has been absolutely horrible. They are now tied with the Dallas Mavericks as the worst defense in the playoffs so far this season. That number, they're giving up 114.2 points per game in the playoffs, but that number goes way up in this particular series. They've been getting run off the floor. A lot of things need to go well for them. They need to start hitting threes. James Harden needs to get to the free throw line regularly. He needs to play with more passion and more fire. Dwight Howard needs to stay out of foul trouble. And this team, I really don't know what else they can do. They have to do all those three things well. They have to get a boost from the home crowd. But you got to be careful with this Rockets team because the last couple of efforts have definitely left much to be desired.
All right, Dave. Now, with the way LA has looked, I mean, they're playing like the best team in the league right now. I don't see them losing in Texas tomorrow night. You with me?
Yeah, building on what I was saying before, I do like the Clippers to advance, and the issue here is the Rockets' efforts in Game 3 and 4, actually really this whole series, but Game 3 and 4, had the Rockets lost by a shot, had these games been close, I would say they maybe have a better chance to win in Game 5. But remember, this is a veteran team that looks like they have a very tall mountain to climb, and I don't think they believe in it right now. You can hear James Harden, he disagrees with the hack-a-Jordan strategy, and that's what Kevin McHale wants to implement because that's when the team was as close as possible, or as close as they were in game number 4. They're just getting out-coached. The Rockets are not getting to the free throw line. The bench is getting whipped. There's just so many problems for this Houston team right now, and I think they're going to come out with a pep in their step in game number 5, just kind of how they did in game number 4. But I think the Clippers will just weather the storm, and they'll eventually pull away. The issue to me is the Rockets' defense. They're just not getting it done. They've been the worst defense in the playoffs in terms of both series. In this series alone, they are getting thrashed, and I don't see any of that changing. So I think the Clippers, as long as they are focused, as long as they want to get the job done in Game 5, and I think they will because they need that extra rest, I think that they're the play in this spot.
All right, Dave, we are on the same page with this Game 5, looking for the Clips to take it and advance. I want to thank you for that pick, and remember, for all your NBA playoff picks, previews, and predictions, keep it locked right here at SBRvideo.com.